Marathon roadmap just dropped and I need to be blunt with you. This game is not for everyone. So right now everyone is losing it over free seasons and rank mode incoming. But none of that matters if you're the wrong kind of player for this game. So in this video, I'm breaking down Marathon down by player type. So we have the Destiny 2 GM grinders, Tarkov rats and extraction sweats, and casual COD and Battlefield players. So by the end, you're gonna know if you should play it, wait it out, or just skip it entirely. So this is no PR script, no cope, no fluff, just straight answers so you don't waste your time or your money. So let's hit the roadmap in under a minute because you don't need a lore lecture. So at launch, Marathon is giving you 3 zones, 28 weapons, and 6 factions fighting over extraction runs. So it's a full price extraction shooter built around PvP, VE, high stake runs, and proxy wars between these corps. So post launch, all the content is free seasonal updates, no paid DLC packs, no expansion tags. Everything that is big is coming through seasons. Now season 1 is the competitive sweat season. You get rank mode coming in. There's also a new map called Cryo Archive and a Tyacetti Gold Rush storyline layered over it. In season 2, see, this is where the build heads perk up. You get new Sentinel Runner shells, you get the cradle system that lets you manipulate shell stats, and a nighttime Dire March variant for even sweatier runs. And on paper, that sounds sick, but whether that's good news or bad news depends entirely on what kind of player you are. Alright, so if you live in Destiny 2 GMs, raids, and mid-maxing builds, let's talk. Free seasonal updates and drip feed content, yeah, you already understand that model. This looks very familiar. So rank mode in season 1 basically screams, hey comp sweats, we built you a new playground. And that cradle system in season 2, where you mess with the shell stats, that's a giant neon sign for future build crafting and sandbox experiments. But here's the real problem. See, right now, Marathon at launch is just 3 zones and 28 weapons. And compared to Destiny's absurd sandbox, that's bare bones. See, it's gonna feel more like a tight test bed than a massive MMO light. So if you're used to hopping between GMs, raids, dungeons, seasonal activities, and bills on bills on bills, Marathon is gonna feel small in comparison. So in the short term, you're getting extraction tension and a taste of ranked comp. Long term, the build depth and endgame aren't there yet. See, we only get a hint of that in season 2 and beyond. Now, if you're hunting for a second game, something you could sweat in off nights when you're burnt out on Destiny, Marathon can absolutely be your side project. But if you need a fully fleshed out endgame and hours of PvE grind on day 1, see, this roadmap doesn't deliver that yet. So if you're expecting Destiny level volume, see, you're gonna call this content light and you're gonna bounce. Now my verdict for Destiny GM grinders, play, but treat it like a side hustle, not your new main game. Now if you're a Tarkov rat or you live in extraction shooters, this is where it gets spicy. Now on the surface, Marathon is absolutely speaking your language. Factions, extractions, risk versus reward, also PvP VE, chaos. And on nighttime Dire March, that screams audio check your footsteps, you're about to get beamed from a bush. Now rank mode layered on top of extraction, see, that's a sweaty lobbies, MMR anxiety, and people full stacking to climb. But here's the brutal difference between this and Tarkov. Tarkov is a long-term stash simulator. So your joy is hoarding gear, building out your hideout, and flexing a disgusting armory after hundreds of hours. But Marathon is seasonal. So you get fresh seasons, fresh starts. So your progression, your builds, your shells, they're tied to a season, not forever account. So you're not building a permanent rat empire here. See, you're grinding a seasonal ladder. Now, if what you love is the feel of extraction, the tension when your bag is full, the panic when someone thirds party your evac, yeah, Marathon checks that box. However, if what you love is long-term progression and stash flexing, this is gonna feel shallow, no matter how good the gunplay is. With rank coming in season 1, see, the vibe is gonna shift from a hardcore survival sim to a sweaty competitive extraction ladder. Now for extraction sweats who want tight gunfights, fast decision making, and visible rank progression, yeah, that's actually a W. But for hardcore Tarkov lifters who live for wipe cycles, traders, and stash porn, this might feel like a diet extraction with less long-term payoff. So here's my verdict for Tarkov and extraction sweats. Play, if you want a ranked high-intensity sessions more than you want a permanent stash fantasy. So if you're chasing that infinite, granular survival sim, see, this is just a side snack at best, not your main meal. Alright, now casual COD and Battlefield players, I need to be extra honest with you. On the blog, this all sounds harmless. Free seasonal updates, new maps, new modes, you've seen this 1,000 times. But here's what it actually looks like in game. 3 zones, 28 weapons, extraction rules, and high stakes death. This is not log in, play 2 TDMs, and turn your brain off. See, every run in Marathon has weight. See, your gear matters, your decision matters, and when you die, see, you don't just respawn and keep farming. And then add seasons on top of that. Fresh resets, new meta, new grinds, and it stopped being a casual shooter and start feeling like a part-time job. And rank mode in season 1 isn't for the guy who plays 4 matches a week. See, that's for people who are ready to sweat, track their rank, and actually care about every fight. So if your perfect night is coming home from work, loading into Ground War Conquest, and just messing around with the friends, Marathon is going to be a straight up miserable nightmare for you. You're going to die to rats holding angles, lose your stuff, and then feel like you made 0 progression that session. However, if you're secretly wanting to become more hardcore and you're okay with the learning curve and a lot of pain, sure, maybe this is your I'm leveling up moment. But if you love chill progression, big lobbies, and low pressure chaos, man, this roadmap is a giant red flag. So my verdict for casual COD or BF players, wait or skip. And watch what Bungie does with future seasons. See, if they add more low stakes modes or ways to play without losing everything, maybe then it's worth a look. But right now, see, this is sweat first, not casual first. So let's boil this down into something simple. If you're a Destiny grinder looking for a second competitive sandbox, or an extraction fan who cares more about tense runs and ranked than a permanent stash, Marathon is absolutely built for you. Because for you, the roadmap is a green light. Free seasons, ranked on the way, and eventually some build craft with a cradle system. But if you're a casual COD or Battlefield player or someone who needs a massive content volume and chill progression immediately, this roadmap does not fix your problem, because 3 zones and 28 weapons at launch, seasonal resets, and sweat focus modes are the exact opposite of what you're probably looking for. The Marathon is not chasing everyone. It's not trying to be Destiny, Tarkov, and COD all at once. See, its focus is an extraction shooter aimed at people who are okay living in tension and stress. So ask yourself one question: do you actually want that pressure, or do you like just watching it on YouTube? See, if you're excited about the idea of losing everything, learning from it, and jumping back in, play. And if this sounds exhausting, or you're already juggling too many live service grinds, wait or skip. See, no cope, no fluff. If this breakdown didn't sell you on Marathon, it probably shouldn't. So if you made it this far in the video, you already care more than the average player, and that's exactly who I made this video for. So I'm going to keep doing honest, no PR breakdowns on Marathon, Destiny, and every other sweaty shooter that pretends it's for everyone. So if you want more reality checks and no cope build guides, hit subscribe and ring that bell. And tell me in the comments, are you actually playing Marathon after this roadmap? Or are you just going to go ahead and sit this one out? If you do want to see my no BS breakdowns of games like Marathon, Destiny, and also Arc Raiders and more, I would suggest you watch this playlist next. Also, don't forget to like and sub. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.